Good morning, students. Dear students, in last video I explained about the different horizons of the soil. Soil profile means the vertical section passing through different layers of the soil is called soil profile. And in that video you learn about different zones like horizons, that is horizon A, horizon B, C, and bedrock. Now in today's video I am going to explain about the process of formation of soil. The process of formation of soil from the rocks is called weathering, and the process of weathering occurs with the help of action of wind, water, or even climate also plays a very important in the role in the formation of soil from the rocks. So how these different components like wind, water, and climate help in the formation of rocks, now I am explaining. If I talk about the role of water, it also plays an important role in the process of making of soil from the rocks. During rain, water enters the rocks and the cracks or cavities which are present in the rocks, and during winter this water gets freezed to form ice, and after formation of ice it expands in size. Due to expansion in size of ice, there is an outward pressure on the rocks and they start breaking into small pieces. So water helps in the formation of soil from the rocks. In the same way, plant roots also help in the formation of soil from the rocks. How these roots help? The roots of the plants also enter into the cavities or crevices of the rock in search of water. These penetrating roots exert an outward pressure due to which these rock start breaking into smaller pieces. So roots of the plants also plays a major role in the formation of soil from the rocks. In the same way, when there is variation in the temperature, sometimes there is high temperature, sometimes there is low temperature, due to that expansion and contraction of the rocks occurs and they gets converting into soil. In the same way, there is sometime chemical weathering of the rocks. Rocks contains many minerals. In the presence of moisture and oxygen in the air, these minerals get oxidized and this makes the rocks brittle. Brittle means it becomes very easy to break them, and these rocks start breaking into soil particles. So all these factors help in the formation of soil from the rocks, and the process of formation of soil from the rocks is called weathering. So many physical, biological, and chemical factors help in the formation of soil from the rocks. Now there are different types of soils. Soil is an important abiotic component of our environment. The top layer of the soil acts as a medium for the growth of plants. The topsoil mainly consists of three kinds of rock particle. Before explaining different types of soil, I will tell you somewhat about the topsoil. Topsoil mainly consists of three kinds of rock particles which differ in their size, appearance, and even feel. There are basically different types of particles present in the topsoil, like clay particles which are very small in size. They are even less than in size 0.005 millimeter, and they are smooth to touch. Second types of particles which can be found in the topsoil are silt particles. Silt particles are bigger than the clay particles and their size is about 0.005 millimeter to 0.05 millimeter. So you can say silt particles are somewhat bigger than the clay particles. And then are sand particles. Sand particles are larger than the silt particles and they are rough to touch. Their size varies from 0.05 millimeter to 2 millimeter. In addition to these three particles, the soil may also contain some gravel. Gravel means stone like structures. So all these particles are present in the topsoil, and along with these some humus may also be present. Depending upon the relative proportion of these rock particles, the soils can be classified mainly into three types. First one is sandy soil, second one is clay soil, third one is loamy soil. As I discuss about sandy soil, in sandy soil the particle size is large and they have more space between the particles filled with air. It means this soil particles are not tightly packed, they have enough gap in between them. So the water absorbing capacity of sandy soil is very low and they do not retain water, and this soil is light in weight and it loses water very easily. Second one is clay soil. This clay soil particles are smaller. Even you use clay in your homes or also to make different statues, so you can see the particles of clay soil are very fine. They have less space between the particles and has less air, but the water retaining capacity, or we can say water absorbing capacity of clay soil is very high. Due to more water absorption capacity, this clay soil is heavy in weight and it seems wet. Third one is loamy soil. In loamy soil, the particle size is between those of sand and clay, and it contains humus, and it also has a very good water holding capacity. If I talk about loamy soil, this is the best soil for growing the plants because it contains all the suitable particle size and humus for the growth of plants. So the best soil for growing the plants is loamy soil. So in this way we can classify the soils into three types: sandy soil, clay soil and loamy soil. The largest soil particles are present in sandy soil and smallest soil particles are present in clayey soil. If I talk about water retaining capacity, clay soil has the maximum water retaining capacity, whereas sandy soil has the lowest water retaining capacity. In this way you can classify the soil into different types. Thank you.